video YouTube. Just gonna have a video for you. I've titled it How to Leave Your Hometown and Travel the World. And I'm just gonna be 100% frank in this video in terms of what works for me. People are gonna say different things. So one, you're gonna need to be self-employed, or if you're not self-employed, have a fat stack of cash saved up and maybe a couple of credit cards. Again, this is not financial advice, but you can't, first of all, everything costs money. You're gonna need money, and of course, you're gonna need your energy to be high in order to have that money. So yeah, you can't do anything without money. The flights can need money whenever you arrive in your destination. Even if rent is sorted, you're still gonna need money to survive. So having some kind of income, or ideally a steady stream of income, is the most important thing. But if you're just looking to and when I say leave your hometown, I mean permanently, not going away for 1 week, 2 week vacation trip like most people do. I mean going and living and staying in countries for a period of 4 weeks plus. If you really want to do that, you kind of have to have some income going on. Me personally, when I first took my trip, I stayed in America. I was there throughout COVID, and what happened? Yeah, I had started dropshipping at the time. My dropshipping store was enough. It gave me enough. I wouldn't say it matched my income, but it gave me the belief, first and foremost, to know that, hey, I don't need to be anywhere physically to earn income. And once I had that belief, I just went all in on that. Did 6 figures my first year in sales, my first year in business. So yeah, to me, that was just, I was like, I don't need to be anywhere physically. And having that location freedom for me is the most important thing, because right now, I kid you not, right now I'm in East Africa, but I could be anywhere. I have the income to allow me to be anywhere in the world right now, and I just happen to be here. There's a few reasons for that, but I'm not gonna get into that in this video. So having a stream of income, and two, let's say you have that, you have a stack of cash. I used a lot of credit cards, don't recommend it, but I did, because my income wasn't enough, unfortunately. Having a place to stay, if you've got family in X, family in this state, family in this country, leverage that as much as possible. Throw your ego aside. It's better to be living with an uncle or an aunt in a foreign country rather than at home with mommy and daddy. I feel like as a grown man, or as an adult, you shouldn't really be at home. Give me a moment. Furthermore, before I left, there's a few things that happened before I left, because I had plans to leave where I was growing up, where I was living at the time, UK, permanently. I didn't really want to be there. Of course, I love my friends, I love my family and all this, but I didn't see a future there. So in order to, there's things that have to happen. If you're planning a big move, let's say you live in Houston, Texas, and you want to move to Namibia. There's things that have to happen. And of course, you're probably not planning a move like that, but in terms of moving and making a big shift, you have to get rid of a lot of things. So this can start with clothes. This is why I recommend being a minimalist. You have to get rid of loads of things. You have to sell your car, you have to sell your house, you have to sell this. So having obligations and having all these things that we're trapped by in this modern world keeps us locked down. Just think of, in order to go anywhere, you need to hop on a plane, right? And just imagine those wings on the plane as an extension of yourself. You can't fly if you have all these physical and material possessions holding you down. In order to realize your wings, you need to get rid of physical material possessions, and then you'll realize your spiritual wings, and you realize that you're capable of anything. So I would say that was an important mindset shift for me. I became a minimalist. I was living at home with parents, and then I was like, why have I had my own room, whatever? And I was like, why have I got a double bed, a TV on the wall, made this place all comfy, all this nice stuff, and I'm living with my parents? To me, it just wasn't ideal. So get as uncomfortable as possible if you're living with your parents, because I'm not with that, I live with them as long as possible. The economy, that's a mindset. That's poverty mindset, respectfully. The economy is bad everywhere. I don't engage, and this is, again, I'm operating as a fringe learner. I live outside of the system wherever I go. So I don't feed into the stories of the masses. So you've got to get that out of your head. So don't talk about how bad the economy is. Don't even entertain a negative thought. So I became a minimalist. I dismantled my bed. I had a tie mattress. Eventually, I sold my BMW sports car. Eventually, and relationships as well can tie you down. Eventually, my relationship ended. When the relationship ended, and I was like, I don't have to consult with anybody. I'm free. That's what I realized. Excuse me. I realized I'm absolutely free. And then that's when I started making my long trips. I'd like disappear for 8 weeks, don't have to talk to anyone. And it's always interesting when you disappear for stuff like that. You go for 3 months, you come back, things are exactly the same. And because the level of growth that you experience when you're outside of your hometown is exponential. Like for me, I always say this, like there's a book called The 12-Week Year. In 12 weeks, I feel like I aged a year in terms of experiences. Like I'm still a young man now, but I feel a lot older than my years in terms of the experiences and the things that I've seen, especially from a supernatural, spiritual perspective. Again, I've traveled the world. I've had so many different types of experiences in these places. So, so that's something that I did. So, no relationship, no obligation. Like, obviously, if you have kids, there's nothing you could do about that. But I didn't have a mortgage that I was paying for. I didn't have this. I didn't have that. Sold everything. Became a minimalist. Gave away a lot of my clothes. Sold a lot of clothes, and then I had nothing. And when you have nothing, you have everything. So, and I have to really stress this point because this is a very important part of what allowed me to move so freely. Because a lot of people say you're so brave, to go to a country where you don't know anybody in the side. Yes, like you can go anywhere. Like, of course, the experience is different as a man versus like a single petite female. The experience would be different, but you get what I'm saying. Those are the main things I would suggest. So there's numerous times, like 6 months, and I would have low income, but I was supported by family. I had family in certain countries. I made full use of that. Had family in certain states. I made full use of that. If I had a family member in Dubai, I would make full use of that. And obviously they were willing. Like, again, you have to put your ego aside. But after a certain point, you don't really want to be, like, my thing is you don't really want to be a grown man, like, fiending off your family members. Like, so you definitely don't want to be in that position. But yeah, those are the things. And the thing is, today in this day and age, in terms of like there's so many programs, like there's work away programs. Like when I got to Jamaica, damn, it's 2023 now. I really thought about just throwing away my passport and just surviving. Like you can absolutely do that. There's so many things that, but obviously it would mean you'd have to really downgrade your lifestyle, but I didn't really want that. Obviously, it was just a thought. Of course, I wasn't actually going to execute on that. But yeah, there's so many work-away programs and things like that. So many things you can do. But yeah, this is a remote world. There's so many ways you can earn money now. There's so many things that you can do. So there's really no excuse. Like my thing was, yeah, you have a full-time job. You have to take that leap of faith and you have to take that risk. And I understand that there's levels to risk. Some people are more risk loving, some people are more risk averse. But my thing is, if you have a laptop, an internet connection, and you have 3 months of savings, and you're just on the laptop all day, you're gonna find a way to put money in your bank account. Like there's no reason like not to. So you have to kind of have that mindset in order to really push through on the making money online. Now I'm in a position where I'm earning very, very good, consistent money online. And it's because I've been doing this shit since 2020 and I never folded. I never got scared and ran back to the 9 to 5. Even though sometimes I start working at 5. It's not like I work less, but at least I can do what I want when I want. And I don't have to, like, I have location freedom. So those are some of the reasons. But yeah, that's exactly how you want to leave your hometown. Get rid of your attachments, stack some cash, and take a leap of faith.